What's going on, y'all? TheBrandonBrownson here with another episode of TBB Unscripted. Think we're on 26? I got this one with me! So, this is Nicole. Some of you guys from the live stream might remember this one. She's one of my bestest friends. And as I'm sure you can tell by the difference in background, I'm in Reno with her. Just 5 minutes of this, that'll be the whole video.
Okay. I hope my arms don't give out.
I adore you.
I adore you too.
I gotta be honest. TBB Unscripted, not a whole lot of news stuff. I don't really think I have any. It's literally just been, I've been on vacation. It's been awesome. I leave in 2 days, which sucks. I'm gonna miss it here. Once I get back home, I'm going to be, like, going full boner back into video stuff. I have a gaggle of new Let's Plays ready to go up on the Let's Play channel. Still working on the new episode of Theory Addict, which we actually need to do. You know, the same shit, working on the albums, blah 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 blah. There is no news really, but we have a shit ton of questions this month. You guys are awesome. Let's go ahead and get started with that. First couple questions come from a Level 2 Pidgey. I still love that username. And Level 2 Pidgey's first question is, are there any games that you like but most people do not? Well, Superman 64 was the best game ever. I don't know what you guys... No, in all seriousness, I don't know if there's any games that I like that most people don't. A lot of people have never heard of the Tenchu series, which I am a massive, massive fan of. I actually don't think I've encountered anyone who's played it who didn't like it. But that's the closest I have to an answer for that. Friendo?
My all-time favorite is Dante's Inferno, and I know a shitload of people who have been like, oh my god, this game! They're like, oh, it's okay. No, like, it's not that original. The gameplay's just ripping off God of War. And it's like, shut up, just be excited about the fact that, holy shit, you took the incredible epic poem and you turned it into this badass mindfuck of a game. And it was like my literary nerd times my holy shit gore nerd times plus divided by my like, oh my god, hack and slash. I was so happy.
That was her phone. We don't actually have an Abby.
I kind of did that thing, you know, that you're not supposed to do. I forgot to silence my phone because I'm a shit YouTuber.
I have a feeling that this one's going to have a blooper reel.
I'm okay with this.
So am I. Level 2 Pidgey's second question is, are there any Pokemon with Mega Evolutions that, in your opinion, should not have gotten one?
Didn't they do the Mega Mudkip? Or is that just like Tumblr fucking with me?
I think that's Tumblr fucking with you. I know that in the remake of Ruby and Sapphire, they're going to have like a Mega Swampert, which is like the final evolution, which is understandable. You know, Mudkip was one of the starters.
Mudkip!
I'm honestly trying to think, and I can't really think of any that should not have gotten a Mega Evolution. Admittedly, I could just look it up right now and give you a more solid answer, but this computer blows goat cock, so I'm not going to do that. It's a special type of computer. So, off the top of my head, no, there aren't any Pokemon that I think should not have gotten Mega Evolution. Although I'm sure if I'm editing and I find any that I think shouldn't have got one, I'll have something up there, texty stuff.
I know that the Gengar Mega Evolution made me feel all sorts of like, why? Gengar was good as was, just like, why do the Poke-Touchy? Don't. And then there was the Charizard Mega Evolution, which just confused me on so many different levels.
Yeah, okay.
And that was one of the first Mega Evolutions that was like, we're doing this. And it was like, I think it may have been just the newness of that, being like somebody who was, you know, 8 when the Pokemans did the US thing.
Yeah.
Like, it just fucked with me. I was like, no, don't do this. But I think mostly it's the Gengar. And if the one actually exists.
Okay, let me rephrase. Both of the exclusive Y Mega Evolutions should not exist. Mewtwo X and Charizard X look so fucking cool.
But, like, the Mewtwo looks so... No, dude, Mewtwo looks hella gross. Mewtwo makes me feel... Ugh.
Sometimes I don't want aesthetically pleasing. There's a reason I fought with Muck, and that's because he was good, not because he was pretty. Next question comes from Dueling Pikachu. I like that username. And, he, she, they ask, what is your favorite book of all time? I'm gonna let you take this one first.
A Clockwork Orange. Hands down, my favorite book of all time.
Why would that be?
There's just something so fascinating to me about a book that was written in the 60s that was from the perspective of, like, well, the man who was writing it was older, but the whole story being, like, teenagers taking over the night and there being this form of, you know, ultra-violence and, like, just this utter anarchy amongst youth, and then that actually being a thing not that long later, and how that still, like, translates super well,
Yeah.
despite it being so old at this point. And I love NADSAT. I love speaking in NADSAT. It's so... I love that literally an entire language was created for this book. You have no idea what the fuck they're saying. You have to learn, and it's kind of like, oh my god, no, this is totally what it feels like getting older. You hear these, like, whippersnappers saying their shit, and it's like, oh my god, what did you just say? But it's also more just, like, the utter cruelty that is the book, and then the transformation of getting older. That book just blows my mind every time. Then again, I also have this massive thing for, you know, post-apocalypse stuff, but that's not that. I just really like dystopian future stuff a lot.
Mine's, I would have to say, like, honorable mentions in the Harry Potter series as a whole, except Chamber of Secrets. Seriously, fuck that book.
Really, not Order of the Phoenix?
Order of the Phoenix at least had some redeemable quality.
Or am I thinking Half-Blood Prince? What's the one where all Harry does is sulk the whole one? It's Half-Blood
That's
Prince.
pretty much 4 through 7.
Yeah, but like when it really hits its brunt.
5 through 7. Side tangent. My favorite book of all time would have to be Looking for Alaska by John Green. First and foremost because it introduced me to the incredible nerd fighter community. Like, I'd seen John's videos, but it was that book that had me hooked, which eventually led me to spread out, and by extension, find this fucker. But equally as importantly, that book kind of taught me that not every question has an answer. Not every question is going to get an answer, and I needed to hear that at the point in my life I was at when I first picked up that book. I liked the characters, I thought that the humor that was done was really good. It set John's style, where it's like, I'm going to make you laugh your ass off, and then destroy you, and then make you laugh 2 paragraphs later. And I really, really appreciated it. I feel as if the character of Alaska Young gets a little bit too much shit. But all in all, I just really fucking appreciated that book.
So you kind of forgot, like, the actual main thing of the book, which was, hey, look at people complexly. Imagine people complexly. It's because of that, and, like, the fact that Pudge faults in that we end up with the not every question has an answer.
Right, well, the reason why I didn't mention that specifically for this book is I feel like that's a theme in all of John's books, to some extent or another, because if you look at it, Alaska Young, spoilers, in An Abundance of Catherines, I cannot remember her name and I feel terrible about that, but in Abundance of Catherines, the entire point of it was just how people can wear different faces for different people, and they are not those faces, they are the sum of the whole.
In An Abundance of Catherines?
I'm thinking Paper Towns, aren't I?
Yes.
Okay,
And you're thinking
sorry.
Margot Roth's Spiegelman
You're
from
right.
Paper Towns.
Right, no, an abundance of Catherines, that just made me laugh because there was a graveyard blowjob scene.
Yeah.
Not his best work.
No.
Fault in Our Stars, I shouldn't need to say anything beyond that point. You guys have heard me rant about that fucking book and or movie.
Well, that's not like Imagine People Complexly. That's just learning what it actually means to be like a person and be heroic. Like actual heroicism.
Well, that is like the primary point, but I think that another thing that book did was get people to imagine those with illnesses more complexly. They are not their illnesses, they are people. Gee,
you mean actually looking at people as people?
I know, it's surprising in this day and age. Fuck, we went off on a tangent. Oh my god, we're already at 12 minutes.
Excellent.
Oh, I can already see the comments. This is super long. Yeah, no shit.
So it's my boyfriend's dick.
Now that I know that Russ watches these, he's out there laughing somewhere. I think this is going to be, did you ever really play the Fallout series?
See, here's how it worked. I didn't really have many consoles growing up.
Right.
And so anything that I got to play that was on an Xbox, well, anything that was like past GameCube, really, was at my best friend's house. So I got to play, I think it was Fallout 2?
It would have been Fallout 3. Fallout 2 was on PC.
Thanks. So Fallout 3, I got to play that game for about 20 minutes once.
Okay, so this is going to be more of a me question. Anal Butt Monkeys asks, you said you like Fallout in one of your live streams. Based on this, what is your favorite special setup? I put everything in strength because I like being able to hoard shit. That is the entirety of that question.
For the Horde!
It's actually funny because there's a fucking World of Warcraft question later. Big Bad Banshee 13, formerly known as Big Bad Murphy, asks 10 questions. Good to have you back, man. I say that legitimately, but holy shit, that's a lot of questions. Question number 1. The fucking bubble shirt. Are you going to have it? Refer back to a couple of TBB Unscripteds ago where I talked about the shirt thing. Question number 2, why did you not go to VidCon this year? So I can hang out with this one. Question number 3, any new animes you're watching?
He's looking at me and hyperventilating because I introduced him to Puella Magica. He's mad at me.
So many
Wait, you can't, like, spoil it for anybody.
I'm not spoiling anything, I'm just talking about things in a critical, analytical kind of way without giving spoilers. The thing I appreciate about that anime is that they take the entire magic girl genre of anime, which, let's be honest, a lot of us kind of roll our eyes at, and completely deconstruct it.
Deconstruction of the magical girl genre.
And I appreciate that so much. That and the imagery in it, like, the animation is really good, but certain parts of it look like one of Jimi Hendrix's ass in flashbacks, and it's wonderful. I really like the characters, except Squirrel Cat. I like almost all of the characters I like. There's a couple where I should probably like them a little more than I do, but I don't, but that's because I'm a dick.
Just wait.
Oh, I'm fucking sure. We're on episode 8? 8 right now?
I think, yeah, we're gonna start 8. So, like, the thing is, there are 12 episodes. You can literally watch the entire series in 6 hours.
But, to kind of sum up this question, Madoka Magica is the big one that I am watching right now. Beyond that, there's a list of anime I need to start. I just need to find the fucking time for it. Question number 4, what's your thought on the new Zelda game? Are we talking Skyward Swords, the most recent one, the one that they released for the 3DS not that long ago, Hyrule Warriors, or, like, the new Zelda game? Needs me a little more specific. I'm going to assume that you're talking about Hyrule Warriors, though, because that's what I want to talk about.
I'm just going to say Queen Zelda. Queen Zelda.
About time. I mean, I haven't played Skyward Sword.
Nope.
I haven't played the one that they just released on the 3DS. I'm excited for Hyrule Warriors, and I'm waiting to hear more about, like, the new actual Legend of Zelda. I now own a Wii U, so it's actually possible for me to, like, play these and all that shit.
And it's the new Legend of Zelda one is where you have, like, the very ambiguous main character that they released, which is where my friend Jasmine and I came up with the headcanon that Link is in fact genderqueer, and, like, that made my heart glow with joy and happy feelies.
I think so.
With, like, the braid.
I think so. I saw the trailer once, and I remember getting really excited about it, but since they haven't really said much about it yet, I don't really have much of an opinion.
Excited!
Question number 5. What do you think of the new Planets of the Apes movie? It exists!
It did the movie thing?
There's apes! And a planet! And Draco Malfoy. Wait until his father hears about this.
Oh.
What is your favorite era of Kane? This is a wrestling question. So,
Oh, okay.
Honestly, my 2 favorite eras of Kane were when he first debuted and when he first took off the mask. She knows next to nothing about wrestling.
Corners.
Yeah. Rings! Raisins!
Bounce floor.
Those things don't bounce as much as I wish they would.
People bounce off them.
This is true. But no, when he first debuted, like, those were, in my opinion, his 2 scariest points in time. And Kane was supposed to be a monster. His whole character is that he is this twisted little fuck who is hell-bent on destruction. And the 2 periods where that shined the most was when he first debuted, all the way up until the SummerSlam 1998 angle, and when he first took off the mask, and, like, the next year after that. Other than those periods, he just felt really watered down and kind of lame. Question 7. Which Pokemon deserves an evolution? It's kind of a weirdly worded question. Because I think like 90% of Pokemon have evolutions, and
I think more than 90.
And the ones who don't have evolutions are, just fine the way they are. Let's put it this way. Never again add an evolution to a Pokemon that doesn't have an evolution, because I will never be able to forgive them for Magmortar and Electivire. Ever. Unless you can make Jinx evolve into Nicki Minaj.
Isn't Jinx already Nicki Minaj?
I mean, like, more Nicki Minaj.
So, like, the booty?
Oh yeah, booty game gotta be damn.
Okay. I don't know, because all my favorite Pokemon either already evolve, or they're, like, the end of the evolution train. Like, evolutions can't evolve anymore past their evolution.
Right.
There's that... Does Esper have an evolution? I can't remember.
I think so.
I think so. But...
Why would you ever want to evolve them?
So cute. So destructive. So mean.
Yeah. Question number 8. Favorite person on the internet?
I'm biased. My partner is my favorite. I love you. I'm sorry.
Question number 9. These next 2 questions, by the way, Murphy, I love these next 2 questions, and I wish I would have remembered them so I can put a little bit more thought into them. Question number 9. If you were to meet a video game character in real life, who would it be? Really wish I had put a little bit more thought into this, because this is really fucking hard. See, if I were to meet a video game character, like, in this world, I want for them to be interesting. I want for them to be somebody who I can have a conversation with, a really interesting conversation with. But also, I want it to be somebody who isn't going to slaughter me and take over this world. Otherwise, it would be Kefka Palazzo. fuck, this is really, 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 really hard. Do you have anyone in mind?
Your qualifications are, like, so up here, and mine is, like, down here. My instant thought was, I just want to meet Link, because I think it would be really funny to, like, have Link, and it's like, hey, Lincoln, yeah! Just like that. That would be, and you're like, yeah, really interesting conversation. I'm just thinking how great it would be to have somebody who literally just, yeah! Yeah! And that's it. And the depth that you went, like, the depth that you went versus, like, the depth that I went in terms of, like, actual, like, voluminous depth, like, shit.
Okay, you know what? If I had to pick one,
Is it Pikachu?
no. As awesome as that would be,
Gengar?
I would actually...
Polymorph?
It's not a Pokemon. I know, right? I would have to go with either Mario... there's a reason for this. Or, Alucard from the Castlevania series. And the reason for both of those is, with how many adventures they have gone on, imagine the stories that they would have.
You want to hear about this time I went down a pipe and ate some mushrooms?
Hell yes, I do. And then Pigman Murphy's final question is kind of the same, but different. If you were to meet a video game character in their world, who would it be?
See, like, I still want to say a Link, because I still think it would be funny, but I know I wouldn't make it 2 seconds. Dude, I'm kind of afraid of, like, big animals. I couldn't ride on a horse. I'd probably go flying off. And then, like, you have to shoot shit with, like, while you're on your horse. And, like, I can't do that. And then the day goes to night so fast.
Blue, because I can't handle his girth.
I'm still trying to think of a serious answer.
Mine is blue, because fucking that means I get to go to the Pokemon world.
Yeah, I was like,
And
I want to
blue
be,
is
I want to be in the Pokeverse.
And blue is infinitely more interesting
Than red.
red.
Can I steal your answer?
Do it.
Except... Do it.
Give it.
Okay,
Props.
I think the newest fairy trainer, just because I want to take over her job. I think I would be, like, the best fairy-type gym leader in all of existence.
I can see it. So, Zim294 asks, have you ever thought about reading good/bad fan fiction or troll pastas? With the troll pastas, clearly you haven't heard me read Is There a Good Plumber in Denver? Was it Denver? It was Salt Lake City, something like that. I have a troll pasta up that I think is hilarious. My thing with troll pastas is, if I'm going to read it, it has to be, like, not just, like, a typical shitty troll pasta, it has to be really fucking funny. I'm actually really picky about the pastas that I choose for Creepypasta Addict, and that is, like, quadruple true for troll pastas, and shit that's supposed to be humorous. As far as fanfiction, no. And that's mostly because I don't really know if that would work. I'd have to communicate with the original writer a little bit more, figure out if it's okay. I'd have to come up with different voices for all the different characters. And not to mention, at least 90% of all fanfiction is shit. The 10% that is good is phenomenal, and I comb through fanfiction.net at least a couple times a week looking for good stuff. But 90% of it is doo-doo, and I don't want to read that doo-doo.
2 words. My immortal. Except I don't think that I can ever read that again without getting trashed, and I quit drinking.
Send it to me. I shall
Have
do
you
it.
actually never read My Immortal?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, holy shit.
Isn't it Annie-fic?
So, let's take you back to like the early 2000s, okay? It's a Harry Potter fanfic
Oh, no.
that I dare to say may have been like the seed from which troll fics grow.
Oh, I'm going to ask you more about this when the camera is off. I am going to drill you about this when the camera is off.
This is sounding dirtier and dirtier.
I am going to fornicate you about this when the camera is off.
Look at how it attracted my partner.
Zim294's next question is, what are your thoughts on Magmar? Is he a good or bad Pokemon? That's actually a really difficult one. My thing with Magmar is I have trained exactly 2 Magmars in my life. Both of them were when I was younger. One of them was really, really good. The other one was the definition of diarrhea duty. So it all kind of depends, really. Magmar can be a good Pokemon, but if you need a fire type, there are so much better choices. Nothing against Magmar, he's just someone who I don't think I would ever throw into one of my parties again. Then again, I said the same thing about Bellsprout. Now Team Smitty's a thing. So what the fuck do I know about the Pokemans?
To Pokemans.
The Pokemans?
I have literally never had a Magmar in my team before, like literally ever, not even in Pokemon Stadium. Like, I'm just saying, like, to go into the depths of to Pokemans, like, literally have never had. Although, like, my one association with Magmar is its baby form in Pokemon Stadium, Magby, and how it learns Kiss, or was it Smooch?
I think it was Sweet Kiss.
Yeah, it was Kiss, and it would literally go... And I thought that was, like, the greatest thing when I was younger, but otherwise, like... Dude, like...
Another big issue with Magmar is the fact that, in any game that I personally have played, by the time you can catch a Magmar, you've had, like, the chance to catch other fire Pokemon that are usually better. Like, the starter, any fire starter really is better than Magmar. You have, Growlithe, Vulpix. By the way, for anyone on the Let's Play channel, this is the Nicole in which Vulpix was named after. Is it a Ninetales? I don't think it's a Ninetales yet. I need to do that series again.
I'm cute, I'm pretty, and I will burn your motherfucking face off.
Alright, so Zim294's final question, and this is what I'm curious what your answer would be.
Oh dear.
Who would win in a cage match for the World Heavyweight Championship? Me, The Hat, Mr. Squibbles, or Austin? Right away, The Hat's out. Just right away. There is no chance in hell that The Hat is in. And before you answer this question, important thing to keep in mind about Adam, he was trained in Taekwondo. See, I'd like to think that me a couple years ago would have had a really good chance. Back when I was a scrappy little shit. But unfortunately, with all the health issues and the arthritis and all of that that has plagued me, I will be honest, I would be the second one to be eliminated because we'd all team up on the Hat first. So ultimately it comes down to Austin versus the Elf for me, and feel free to butt in if you think that this is going to go a different way.
I mean, Austin's just burly, but like, dude don't want to fight if you don't have to, you know?
And that's the thing with Adam too, he's such a pacifist.
Yeah, it's like, I don't really see either of them fighting, I genuinely see them just kind of going like, okay, we've got, alright. Like...
But the thing is like, that's such a cop-out answer. Like, I need to figure out which of the two would.
Shit.
Like,
I want to say Austin just because he has the beard.
And you
Which
see,
gives
I
them,
want
like,
to...
special beard powers, like, obviously. But then again, I think your viewers expect that answer from me because they ship us so hard.
I wasn't gonna say it.
But they do!
And see, it's funny because mine totally goes for my viewership too. Because actually, no, never mind. People don't ship me in Adam. People ship me in Austin. Broston. It's a thing. I'd have to go with Adam just because, as far as I know, Austin doesn't have any training in any form of anything. And Adam, it's been quite a while, but Adam does still have that Taekwondo knowledge in the back of his mind that he can probably whip out and butterfly kick Austin's fucking nuts off. No offense, Austin, I love you, but we've never talked scrapping. Yes. Thank you, Zim294, for pitting our friends against each other. Flame war in the comments section to come. Okay, we are almost to the end. Blue Rose asks, why are your sneezes so cute? Because fuck you, that's why.
He's cute.
I am a warrior. Death and destruction fall at my wing. Can you scratch behind my ears, too?
I don't follow you. Neither does my brother.
God fucking damn it. Lily Valentine asks, Horde or Alliance? Horde. For the Horde! Lily Valentine also asks, what are your feelings on The Walking Dead? You've asked me that question like 5 times, but I've finally started actually watching it, so I can answer that. On the train ride here...
Wait, do I need to plug my ears?
I'm not going to give any spoilers.
Okay.
On the train ride here, I watched through the first season. I'm just starting the second. And I finally have to say I enjoy it. I don't see what the big hoopla surrounding Daryl Dixon is.
Hoopla!
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 Hoopla! But from what I understand, Daryl doesn't really start to evolve as a character until the later seasons.
Gotta find that Firestone. No, the Shiny Stone.
See, it sucks because, like, I have things I want to say, but not only for your sake, but for the audience's sake, I don't want to go that far into spoilers. Are we already at 34 minutes? Holy fucking shit, this is gonna be a nightmare to edit. What's up?
One time, I watched the first episode and a half of the first season when it first came out.
I didn't actually like picking up those.
Yeah, no, like, I liked it. I just, like, I was super fucking busy.
I can respect that. So, yeah, what I've seen of it, I really like. I'm, literally, the only fucking reason I'm looking forward to this train ride home is that I should be able to get through the entirety of Season 2 in that time. I have no idea what goddamn season they're on right now, but I have up to Season 3. So,
I think they're on Season 4 or 5.
Fuck me dead. Fuck me Walking Dead. But, yeah, no, what I've seen of it, I really enjoy. I'm looking forward to watching more, and I hope that once I get back home, I'm going to have more time to consume media. Yeah. And the final question, Duncan Batch left 3 questions, but I didn't really understand one of them. One of them was an anime question, and it had to do with Naruto. Fuck Naruto. Naruto's a punk bitch. I will fucking rip his nuts off, shove him up his ass, and make him shit his own dick.
Gee, Brandon, tell us how you really feel.
I don't like it. I feel like the anime is just completely inferior to the manga. The manga was so good, and the anime just fucking ruined it. So the final question comes from Duncan Batch, and that question is, what is your favorite legendary Pokemon? God damn, there are like 48,000 now, so this is kind of a difficult question.
Oh my god.
No, it's not Zapdos. My favorite legendary Pokemon has always been Zapdos. Like, honorable mention to Mewtwo, honorable mention to Lugia, honorable mention to Groudon, but Zapdos is my boy. Me and Zapdos go to the bar every Thursday, we get sloshed, and we beat up people who are objectifying women and try to do not cool things. Because Zapdos is awesome.
I can't remember the name. Mew's legendary.
Mew's a legendary.
Okay, I felt really stupid for a second.
Oh, but you're good.
Oh God. It's like how the last semester I forgot how to use chopsticks. All of my school and overwrote how to use chopsticks. I forgot if Mew is legendary. Fuck higher education. I have 2 degrees. I can't do this. Mew. Because Mew, I just love Mew. Mew's like from, well, okay, so if we go back to like original like 151 lore, Mew is the Pokemon from which all other Pokemons came. And I'm like, fucking rad, and it's so cute, modeled after a little kangaroo rat. He's like, ah, ah. I'm just like, oh my goodness, and you're so powerful. And Adabos.
Yeah, the bows of the Adorati.
And if it wasn't that, dare I say, Articuno was like so much shit as a child. But that's
Articuno was cool.
That I always tend to deviate towards water and ice types. And I always have.
See, mine is kind of revealing too, because I'm an electric guy. I think part of the reason why I'm such an asshole is because of how much I respect Lieutenant Surge. But,
dude, asshole with this poor Raichu. Jesus.
Or in my case, Jolteon. Fucking Jolteon, man. Fucking Jolteon. But anyways, now that we're pushing 40 minutes pre-editing, oh my god, this is going to actually probably be fun. I usually hate editing, but I think that this one might be fun. Anyways, now that we're pushing 40 minutes, I think that this is a pretty good time to end it. Nicole, friendo, dearest of dearestes, I would like to thank you very much for appearing on this episode.
Thank you for inviting me.
Would you like to give your plugs?
I do the YouTube thing sometimes, not in a long time, because I got really busy because I was doing the graduating and stuff and working really hard on the school things. Anyway, I'm in the fucking description for like all your shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
NicoleViciousIsDead on YouTube. NicoleViciousIsDead on Tumblr. I do the things and the stuff on the interwebs. I'm working on getting back to the YouTubes. Russ the Busker? Am I allowed to plug?
Shit, dude. The floor is yours.
Aforementioned partner. That is my favorite person on the interwebs. Sorry. Which I think is also in the description of your videos.
I actually don't know if Russ is in the
But
description.
you've mentioned him.
I have mentioned him.
Russ the Busker on YouTube. Encourage him to come back. Encourage him to come back.
One of us. One of us.
His name is Robert Paulson. I was like, I don't know what's happening.
NicoleViciousIsDead, Russ the Busker, both of those going to be in the crotch bar. Speaking of, you didn't think that you were going to get out of this without the fucking plugs, didn't you? But you're fucking wrong. Down there in the crotch bar, be sure to download my new album, buy a shirt, follow me on all the social medias, check out all the channels down there. But hey, most importantly, remember to like, comment, subscribe. TheBrandonBrownson, signing out.
Have a good day!
Fuck yeah.
That was really good.
That was an awesome high five.
Holy shit.
I'm proud of us.
I'm proud of us too, man.
I feel like we've not only grown as high fivers,
But like,
but as people.
that just like took our friendship to the next level.
The next level? Fuck, it's a water stage.
Shit. Shit, Rise!